Good morning. I hope you're all well. You find me back on a pilgrimage today, Faith on the Move, and we're going to do the St Paulinus Way, which is roughly 90 miles. I'm going to split it up into sections, of course. I'm not going to do the full 90 miles today, but my first port call is Todmorden. From Todmorden, then I will go probably around about Heptonstall Bridge. So those are the first port calls for today. I hope you can stick with me. St Paulinus, a very interesting character, which I will tell you more about as I walk along. So, see you very soon when we start the St Paulinus Way pilgrimage. So you find me at the official start of the Paulinus or Paulinus Way. It starts here in Todmorden at St Mary's Church, and from there it goes all the way to York Minster. 90 miles in total. Today I'll probably end up at Heptonstall, and then I'll be able to get down to Heptonstall Bridge to catch the train home. So this will be the first episode. It'll probably split into around about 9 episodes. So yeah, it's going to be a great one. Weather forecast I think is not correct. It said it was only going to be about 10 to 15% chance of rain, but I think there's going to be more rain than predicted. Anyway, it's going to be a beautiful walk along the Calder Valley. Well, actually I'm going to be on top of the Calder Valley, with the Calder Valley behind me, and it's going to be lovely, this part. It goes from the Southern Pennines down to into the mill towns, the old industrial mill towns of the north, into the textile industry mills, where they made Egyptian cotton, and to the shoddy towns, shoddy being a rag trade type of thing, where the rag and bone man would go around and collect all the rags and all the old bits of materials, take them down to the factory, shoddy factory, and the shoddy was the byproduct of the actual factory once it had been, all the yarn was all teased out. And then what they did then was they reused the yarn, and thousands or millions, thousands in those days, but millions in these days, would have been made through this, it's a recycling program of recycling old cloths and old textiles. Very interesting, but the towns are not what they used to be. So I've lost my microphone today. I've left it at home. So hopefully you can pick me up, and there's not going to be a lot of wind noise. So I'm going to crack on and get on up onto the hills, and we hopefully get some fantastic views up there. Southern Pennines are really beautiful. I'll see you guys in a minute. wow, it's gusting winds, very strong, and rain, but the sun's come out now. I'm looking across and it looks like the worst of the weather, the worst of the weather's gone, so that's good news. It's been a struggle up here with this wind because I'm battling into it, because I'm off to Mount's Cross, which is a place where Paulinus was supposed to be preaching. This cross was built in the 7th century, early 17th century, and of course Paulinus was in the UK in the early 7th century. So let's get on. Now I'm going 1.5 miles out my way to get to this cross, because I've got to come back this way and go up here. Which is the Todmorden Cemetery Way. But at the moment I'm on the Calderdale Way. But as I say, I've got another 1.5 miles to get there to this cross, then 1.5 miles back to here. But at least when I start coming back, the wind's going to be behind me and push me, we hope. So let's get on, and hopefully this wind and rain will stop. Okay, so that was Mount Cross. It was so wild and windy up there. I had to shelter behind the these stones and stone wall, and just show you a glimpse of the cross. But you can't actually get to the cross. It's in a field which has no public right of way there, so I didn't go in. Now, the thing about St Paulinus, he was a Roman monk, and the Pope Gregory I asked him to come to England to spread the word of the Lord, of the gospel, which he gladly did. Now, he spent a lot of time in Kent, and then moved up from Kent to Northumberland to King Edwin. King Edwin was a pagan king, and he converted King Edwin to Christianity, and then spread Christianity throughout the kingdoms of what were then, well, you can say England, but different kingdoms of England, not one England as such, with as I said before, different kings in different areas. And it wasn't until Alfred the Great, whose vision was to unite all the kingdoms together and become England as one, as a whole. So yeah, King Edwin became a Christian along with all his noblemen, and so was the word spread. Now St Paulinus, he went back to Rochester in Kent for many years and became Bishop of Rochester. But then he came back to the northern parts of England, to York, and he built the first York Minster, which is not the York Minster today. The York Minster which was built then was made of wood, and he became the first Archbishop of York. So that's St Paulinus, Paulinus, whichever way you want to pronounce it. So I'll do my best to talk to you when I'm out the wind, but I'm going to be right on the exposed tops now, going across the Southern Pennines, coming back down to the Todmorden Cemetery Way, and then from there I will go back up onto the Calderdale Way, of which I'm on at the moment. I'm going off it and then coming back onto it, and then down to the next spot. Okay, so see you guys soon, and we'll talk again when I'm having some lunch. So I hope you enjoy all the views along this way. Let's get going. Hi again. Well, I managed to find a nice spot out of the wind. Hopefully the wind's going to start dying down and the sun will come out, but it's not looking like it. And I hope you can hear me because as I've said before, I left my microphone at home and I didn't realise till I got onto the train that I'd left it. So I'm using the microphone on the camera, so hopefully it's picking me up. If not, this won't be on the video, and it'll just be a video of music. So anyway, the last time I did a faith walk, it was a pilgrimage on the Padley Martyrs Way. It was a day's walk from Sheffield Cathedral to Padley. What was it now? It was like a way station or a barn. I can't remember what it was now. But they had the chapel above it, hiding it. So this one, as I mentioned before, is another pilgrimage of 90 miles. The St Paulinus or Paulinus Way. I think Paulinus is the way of saying it. I'm not too sure, so I will say Paulinus or Paulinus, whichever one you like. So anyway, On that first pilgrimage, I was talking about being a man, as a Christian man, you know, what you have to put up with, and to be strong, and to be, you know, be willing to fight for your faith. And it's funny because last week I was reading Peter's letters to people who were Christians who were scattered throughout Asia Minor, who were suffering, and so he wrote a couple of letters to try and encourage them, to give them hope, and you know, to say not to worry, that your suffering is, well, not good, but you're suffering, you know, you're suffering for the name of the Lord. So I'm going to read you an extract from this letter, and it's his first letter actually. 1 Peter and chapter 4. I'm going to read. In fact, I need my glasses, so hang on a minute. They're here somewhere. Here they are. They're on. Okay, so here we go. Let's have a look. So, Peter's letters. The first letter, 1 Peter, chapter 4, verse. I think I'm going to read verse 1 to 4 to start with. Since Christ suffered physically, you too must strengthen yourselves with the same way of thinking that he had. Because whoever suffers physically is no longer involved in sin. From now on, then, you must live the rest of your earthly lives controlled by God's will and not by human desires. You have spent enough time in the past doing what heathens like to do. I certainly have. Your lives were spent in indecency, lust, drunkenness, drunken parties, and the disgusting worship of idols. And now the heathen are surprised when you do not join them in the same wild, reckless living. Absolutely, absolutely, they are. And so they insult you, and yes, they do. Friends who were friends in those times no longer want to be friends with me now because I'm a Christian, because I don't do the things that they like to do. Being a Christian, you soon find out who your friends are. I've not had a friend for many, many years, up until recently, and I have 2 friends now, and they're both Christian, and they give me the strength that I need. So, find a Christian friend. Okay, let me have a look. I'm now going to read you another extract from Peter's letter, same letter, but I think I'm going to read Suffering as a Christian. So it's 1 Peter 4, Suffering as a Christian, chapter 12 to 19, I believe. Yep, I'm right. Ooh. Here we go. My dear friends, do not be surprised at the painful tests you are suffering, as though something unusual were happening to you. Rather be glad that you are sharing Christ's sufferings, so that you may be fully joy when the glory is revealed. Happy are you if you are insulted because you are a Christ follower. This means that the glorious Spirit, the Spirit of God, is resting in you. If any of you suffer It must not be because you are a murderer or thief or criminal or malenderer in other people's affairs. However, if you suffer because you are a Christian, don't be ashamed of it, but thank God that you bear Christ's name. Hallelujah to that. So, find yourself a good friend, good Christian friend who I have found, and I say, don't worry about suffering. Don't worry about anybody else. Just worry about following Christ in the way that he wants you to follow him. Have big shoulders. Take it on the chin. Be a real man. Follow the Lord. Okay, well, we're just coming into the beautiful village of Heptonstall, with its cobbled streets. This is a little gem of a village, this one is. If you're ever in this area, you need to, on the Calderdale Valley, you need to come up and visit Heptonstall. We're going off to the two churches, one in ruins and one still standing. St Thomas the Becket and St Thomas the Becket Apostle. They're the two churches. Oh, cars coming. Get out of the way. Okay, well, hopefully you can hear me again. So let's go down here. This is where the church is, down here. There's a couple of pubs here, a cafe, and sort of That's general store, so if you can pick up some supplies here or have a meal and a drink. Okay, it's a little bit breezy here, but hopefully you can hear me okay again. I'm in the grounds of the churchyard, the St Thomas Becket Apostle Church there. Time is 25 to 3, and there's another church in the graveyard here, and that is St Thomas the Becket Church, which is now in ruins. I'll take you through that one, and hopefully we can get in the newer church, but I don't know at the moment because sometimes it's locked and sometimes it's not. And there's a graveyard here I want to visit that I'll actually talk to you about in a minute. Okay, well, this is coming to the end of the video. This is the place where I wanted to get to, so let's have a look around the churchyard and I'll have a talk with you in a minute. Well, I hope you can hear me in this wind. This is the gravestone that I was looking for. Dear Sylvia. The graveyard's really overgrown now, and there's people who put pens down. She was a famous poet, Sylvia. I think she was born in Jamaica, but an American born in Jamaica, and then she moved into I think it was Massachusetts, maybe around that area, I might be wrong, and then she met the poet, English poet Mr Hughes, and married him and come to England. The problem was with Sylvia. I'll tell you about Sylvia in a minute. I'm going to go to the bench and talk to you about her. Well, the reason why I showed you Sylvia's grave was because she was a contemporary poet. In fact, she was a pioneer of contemporary poetry, or people like to believe she was. She was an American lady, born in Jamaica, and I think then she moved across to Massachusetts. But then she met another poet, an English poet called Mr Hughes. I forget his first name now. Oh, that's bad of me. But anyway, they got married and they came back to the UK. Heptonstall being one of the places where she lived. Now, unfortunately, poor Sylvia, she suffered from depression, very bad depression. They also thought she was bipolar, and the treatments that I gave her in those days were very invasive, things like electric shock therapy, that sort of stuff. So she suffered a lot in her lifetime. She died at the age of 30 by committing suicide. She was living in London at the time, and she meant to do it because she had 2 children by then, and the 2 children were in bed asleep. She had made some dinner for them. She had put out their nice clean clothes for them, and then she gassed herself. So a sad end to a great poet. Some of her poetry, as you know, if you follow my old Bald Man Adventures channels, you know that I like poetry. I also write some poetry myself, but not that good. But some of her poetries are The Edge, The Bell Jar, Apollo. What's another one of hers? I'm trying to think now. Colossus. That's another good one of hers. So if you ever get a chance to read her poetry, make sure you do. Okay, so that's the end of this first episode of the Paulinus Way. 11.5 miles done today. This is the first episode. I think there's going to be around about 9 episodes, as I say. So I hope you join me on the second episode, where we go from Hepton Bridge, I believe, to Halifax and start getting into the old textile mill towns, where the scenery dramatically changes. So yeah, hope you can carry on with this series. I'll try and get one out every couple of weeks, okay? Because I've got my old Bald Man Adventures series are up in the Yorkshire moors. So I do these pilgrimages, and I do my old Bald Man's Adventures pilgrimages. So thanks for watching anyway. Thanks for watching Faith on the Move. If you like what you like, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. Ko-fi page is going to be in the description. Okay? Until the next time, guys, God bless you. Take care. See you soon.